Hello all the future owlers, welcome to the C language. My name is Cassie. Today I'm going to talk about an unusual topic, okay? Not everyday stuff, but it's quite interesting to know about, okay? So we're going to talk about and so on, etc., blah, 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 and blah. Okay, first up, and so on. So we can see a comma there because and so on always comes in the end of a sentence or after a list of something. So when we use and so on, which means we want to continue the list with the same type of activities or the same type of the examples that we have listed before. So when I say I like cooking, listening to music, watching movie, and so on, do I mean it by I like spring with a lot of flowers? No, because why? Cooking, listening to music, watching movies are activities. So naturally and so on indicating the same type or some kinds of activities like the one I have said. Okay, so do be mindful of how you use and so on. Don't and so on it all the time. It has a special use for it. Like it needed to be continuing the same list or the same idea. Okay. Next one we got etc. We normally see it written as etc. period. Etc. The actual pronunciation of it is etc. But many people, including myself, I just say it as etc. And both ways are acceptable. So etc. also means so and so on. Many of us might wonder how do we use it in written English. Okay, so when etc. Comes in the end of a sentence, it's quite simple. We just need to put a period there and that's it. But when it comes in the middle of a sentence, like for example, I like mangoes, pineapples, coconuts, etc. But I also like blah blah. I also like dot dot dot, etc. So when it's in the middle of the sentence, we will see a period and a comma. So the period is for the shorten and the comma is for the sentence. It's not that important, but if you want to write it correctly, that's how you do it. Okay. Next one we got blah blah blah. Okay, this is my favorite one. I use it way too often and I don't think I use it right every time, but it also means and so on in a more negative way. It's normally indicating something's less interesting, something's boring. Okay, for example, Judy saw me at the cafe shop and she started talking about her job, blah blah blah, and she asked me for my help. So why did I put blah 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 there? Because I didn't care about Judy's job, or I wasn't interested in her story. Or maybe I have heard her story so many times that I get so bored of it. That's why I don't want to talk about it again. So when I used it like that, which means I just want to skip that part. I want to go straight into another point of the story. I want to say the next point instead of going back to the story that wasn't interested to me. So blah 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 is very commonly used in spoken English, and remember, it's never used in written English. Okay, it's very very casual. You don't use it in written English. Okay, next up we got blah. So blah using individually is totally different than blah blah blah. Normally with using by itself, it means to say something's not interesting, something boring. Okay. For example, when I say when somebody asks you how's your day, you go blah, it's nothing interesting. How's the food? Blah, it's not very tasty. So which means that something is not interesting. Okay, so I hope that the video today wasn't blah. Okay, but it's up to you to decide. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.